I think you asked me beforehand about a cowboy quote before. I don't think this is a cowboy quote, but this is a true story. I had a rich uncle. And when I was in my 20s, he would mentor me in some of my business decisions and my development decisions. And this is what he said to me, and I'll never forget this because I thought it was incredibly valuable. I think you need to understand that every age and time has its qualities and its weaknesses. And this is what he said to me. He said, Mark, you're full of vim and vigor. You're full of spirit. You're full of great ideas. And, but the difference between you and me is you're full of energy and have no money. And I have a lot of money, but I don't have a lot of time left. I think and there's another statistic that says, if you look at the statistics of how many, if you look at certain industries and there's certain managers, project managers, where in which industry are the project managers the youngest? It's usually IT, right? And the explanation for that is, because IT is a dynamic, young kind of thing, and theoretically young people know more than old people. That's not true. I know some senior IT people who knows just as much as the young ones, if not more. But I think IT projects allow for, it's cheaper if you make a mistake, there's less consequences of a software not working, unless it's in a critical software. But the danger. So what often happens in innovative, and I'm going to say include research and development, often you want to have young project managers because they're not aware of what they don't know how to do. And by sheer power of personality and hard work, young project managers will make the most impossible things true because they didn't know it wasn't true. There's a famous story about a young mathematician who was at university and who came late to class, and he saw two problems on the board, and because he was late and he didn't hear what the professor had said, he thought they were homework. So between classes, I think there was a week time between classes, he sat down and figured out the problems, and he gave them to the professor, and the professor was shocked. And he said, that wasn't homework. These are two mathematical problems that haven't been solved in the last 50 years. This is a true story, by the way. So that's the power of young project managers. They don't know what they can't do, and that's why they can make wonders work. The advantage of senior project managers is we've done a lot of things, so we don't waste our time doing stupid stuff that could be avoided, that could be expensive, that could harm people. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. I think there's a beauty to experience and shortening the learning curve. And I think I've had a long discussion with a friend of mine recently, who said, are we as old project management cowboys, are we still relevant? And I said, absolutely. Our job is to teach the younger generations. Whether or not they listen to us is a different story, but our job is to take it serious. If you have kids, you want to give them the best chance in life, and that's why you need to share your wisdom, even if not everybody's listening.